What up, y'all? It's your boy R to the A to the S. Yes, Ross here, but Super Cost Blog. Today, here to do a review of Ricky Rock Bottom. Talk about stuff I like, stuff I didn't like, etc., etc., etc. Rock Bottom for Ricky Rock is a number of things because he talks about a number of ways in his life he has hit rock bottom. Um, You look at his financial situation, financial literacy, using credit cards, not thinking of the consequences that he actually has to pay the money back, and now having to deal with creditors who want their money. I ain't got it. Swerving, this drinking life and club life and things of that sort, which I don't believe is all just because of fun. I believe that there are definitely some issues in his life that led to him living this swerving life. But nonetheless, you got, again, rock bottoms in terms of consequences. Yes, he's having fun just like he had fun with buying polo with his credit card stuff. Now he's having fun with his cars. Crashed out a number of cars. So rock bottom hit a number of ways. Thelma and Louise, not taking care of relationship issues, and a girl he really loved, but consequences. So for him, rock bottom hits in a lot of number of ways. Of course, the most important way for him, as you will see throughout this album, because he talks about her almost on every song, of course, is his mother and the passing of his mother. We all know that is, something devastating, something that some of us, including myself, fear happening, something that I think about every day. But this actually happened to him, and we see that this rock bottom in some sense, and talking about his mother on all of these songs is really something that's devastating. You see his mother's influence throughout his life. Things his mother said, things his mother did, stand on his head, etc., etc. His mother, of course, was a very essential key. In losing her, we see how his world has fallen apart in some sense, how he has hit rock bottom. Far as the songs themselves, I think for the positive side, he definitely is a storyteller. He know how to tell a story. You listen to the lyrics, you can picture, the things that he says in the lyrics. So that's a sign to me of a good storyteller. So as an MC, that is a strength of his. He needs to continue in that storytelling lane, and, give some improving that story maybe, and do some creative type of stories to, with the songs and stuff like that. You think of somebody like a Kendrick Lamar, who's a creative storyteller. He might want to, expand in some type of ways to, tell stories to get a point across, like Kendrick does, for example. Beat selection, I think overall his beat selection is good. Some of the beats are not like, wow, this is amazing, anything like that. But at the same time, I can't hear like a bunch of whack beats on here either. So I think overall his beat selection is pretty good. It's overall pretty, Midwest, Southern beats. The 808s, stuff like that. As a crunk rapper, I say crunk, I'm old school. A turn up rapper. I think he has, some talents. You look at the first song, the rock bottom song. I can see this definitely in a concert, getting kids hype, getting people hype, things like that. So he could definitely do, the concert songs, even though that's not really him as a rapper. If I was to describe him as a rapper, thinking about where he came from, I really don't see any. Well, I see some influence, but as far as a lane, he's not a Thizzle, he's not a Jay Sign, where he talks about the streets. He does talk about the streets, but not in that sense. He's more of a quote unquote positive Christian rapper. And what I mean by that is somebody like a D1, somebody like a Gemstones. He pushing education. He's pushing, talking about social issues on things get deep. Talking about people afraid to put their race because they might not get hired. These type of issues, I'm not saying that Jay Sean and Thizzle don't discuss them, but he's more along the lines of a positive rapper in that sense, who's Christian. Not really, gospel rapper or anything like that. He's just really more talking about his life, which they do, but at the same time, it's more of a positive spin. So he's not really, a St. Louis rapper in that sense. Now let's talk about stuff I didn't like as I close up. Some of y'all probably gonna think this is petty, but God's Children. I think the song is okay, but the hook is not something that I agree with biblically. Now, do I think he mean it in a universalist sense that we're all saved, we're all God's children? In that sense, no. I think what he's saying is that everybody is God's creation. We're all created in the image of God. We're all equal in that sense. And of course, that's right. But at the same time, we're not all God's children. You have to be born again to become a child of God. Now, again, I know y'all gonna say, "Well, that's petty," but that's biblical, all right? They're children of God and they're children of the devil. We're not all God's children. So that song, from a biblical stance, I can't really get with. Some of his hooks, like I Ain't Got It, the I ain't got the bread, I ain't got the bread, just not really catchy to me. And there's some other hooks on here where I just thought, this is average. He really needs, some help on some of these hooks. He definitely needs to work on making sure that when he does hooks that they're catchy. And I always say, if you can't do all the hooks, get you somebody who knows how to do hooks. He has people. He has a Thizzle. Thizzle know how to do hooks. Wouldn't be much just to ask Thizzle, hey, can you not even do a verse, just do this hook for me, and you got to hit something, right? I'm sure you probably know other people in St. Louis who could do hooks. That's all you got to do. But yeah, overall, I like the direction he's going in. This personal rapper. Same time, positive rapper. Political, things of this sort. It's a little bit different than what we hear from St. Louis. Some songs he definitely has to work on his cadence, his flow. Sometimes it sounds kind of simplistic. But other than that, what I'm saying, I think this is, sort of like a rookie in the NBA. This is sort of like a rookie album, It's a good start. He can definitely improve more. So that's my thoughts. Love to hear yours. See what Carson Blog. Skip Bayless Sutts, and I'm out.